Hello friends, welcome back. So in the last step, we saw the simple hard-coded currency exchange service and we did a setup of dynamic port. Okay, in this step, we are going to configure the JPA and initialize some data. Okay, and from that database, we are going to fetch the data. So currency exchange service will now fetch the details, exchange rate, exchange value details from the database. So the user will be passing the from currency and to currency, or what is the exchange rate, what is the exchange value of that conversion that will get from the database. Okay, so how will you do that? So you will be using the Spring Data JPA and the H2 database, in memory H2 database. So you know, at the time of setting up the currency exchange service, okay, from the start .spring.io, we had added the dependency. So if you go to the pom.xml, okay, let me go here. So if you can see, we have added all the dependency of Spring Boot starter data JPA and the H2 database. So if you look for the somewhere, we have a dependency H2 database. So we will be using the JPA, Spring Data JPA, to connect to the database, and we will be using the in-memory H2 database. Okay, so how will you do that? Let's see. Okay, so go to the first application properties, okay, and just do some configuration related to the Spring Boot data JPA. So how will you do that? So you nothing not to worry, just simple type spring dot uh, JPA. We have already configured that in a dependency, so you don't need to configure related to the connectivity and all, but I want to show the SQL what are getting executed in a console. So for that only we will be putting this configuration spring.jpa show hyphen SQL is equal to true. Okay, and thereafter, okay, I want to see the database table details in a H2 console. So for this, spring dot h2 dot console dot enable is equal to true. That's it. So don't need to do any configuration, Spring Boot will do for us. So I just want to enable the console. So for that only I am just mentioning in application properties, and I want to show the query that are getting executed and that are created by the Spring Data JPA. So how the query got created, what is the form of that query, that will be seen from here, correct? So in the previous step we have already seen the entity, our current exchange rate. So this is already entity we have created. Okay, so no, sorry, we have not created. So you will have to create the entity for this, right? So how will you do that? Just create the entity, okay, to connect to the Spring Data JPA. So this will be the the object to stores the DB data to this object, to this bin. So I will do that annotation entity. Okay, so just do the JavaX persistent, and I want to this ID is a primary key. So annotation ID, okay, this one, okay, and that's it. So you don't need to do anything. So but if you see here, the private string from we have taken, okay, so and two we have taken. This is the keyword of the either Oracle database or the SQL database. Okay, so this is the keyword. So this we want to represent from keyword in a Java, but in a DB we want to represent as some other column of the table. So if you don't do this, this will throw an error. So let's see how we can do this. So if you want to represent this, so you can put column name is equal to, okay, I want to put the column exchange underscore from, okay, and I want to copy this same thing, okay, and paste it here. And instead of 2, I want to make exchange 2. You know why I am doing this? Because 2 is already a keyword in a database, so it will won't be able to Spring Data JPA will won't be able to create the column name of 2, because whatever the data member we have declared here, this is going to be the part of that table column, and this will be the name of the table. So in Spring Data JPA, whatever things we have written in a camel case, this will be underscore with. So currency underscore exchange rate will be the table name. So let's see, just create some data and store that. Okay, so how will you do that? Okay, so go to the source main resource. Okay, right click, new, others, and type SQL here. Okay, and click this and create a data.sql file. Sorry, data.sql. Finish. So this is the SQL file we got created. So just write and query. So how will you write that? Insert into, what will be the table name? The class name was currency exchange rate, right? Currency exchange rate. This was the name of the class. So how it will the class will be? So currency under exchange underscore rate will be your table name. So let's go there and data SQL. Okay, insert into currency underscore exchange underscore rate, right? So camel case will be separated by underscore, prefix will be separated by underscore. Okay, and thereafter column name. So column, what is the first column name? ID. Second column name was, go there to check, second column name was exchange from. Copy this, come here, okay, comma. Third column name was exchange to, right? Copy this, exchange to. Third column name was, third was exchange to, and fourth is exchange rate, right? Exchange rate, and last one is port, correct? Put here values, correct? So let's say ID is 1001, correct? Exchange from, so this is the USD, comma, INR. Okay, and let's say conversion rate is 73 and default port is 0. Okay, and copy this, Control C, let's Control V. So here we can put USD to, let's say, euro. Okay, exchange rate is, suppose I'm giving 78. Can anything we can take it. Okay, Control C. Let's take another one. Okay, so what will be the another one? Let's take euro to INR, right? Euro to INR. Let's take 80. Okay, so this is how we are taking up, right? So just need take 3 just example. We will see later on how much extra we can take it up. Okay, so just semicolon I missed out. Okay, so this 3 value we are taking. So once you run this application, okay, the Spring Data JPA will create that table, okay, because we have make it entity, okay, and based upon the annotation it will create a column. So first it will create a table, these things will be the column, and thereafter data.sql will get executed and will store into the database, right? So if you go there currently in the localhost, let's say I'm just typing 8000 I'm just running, and if you make enter, Yeah, so currently I think application is not running. Let's run this. I think this is running on the 8002 port. Let's close it. Will be running on the, let's close it all. Okay, and let's run on the currency exchange service. Let's run on the this port only, 8001 port, right? Currency exchange application, let's run on this port. Select source to save. Okay, some error came. Let's see what is the error coming. Exchange rate not found SQL. Insert into current exchange rate ID, exchange from exchange to exchange rate. Yeah, so if you see here what mistake we have did, so I told you this will go as a camel case. So if you go up and see what is the table name, how the table name has got created, go up, go up, go up, see create table, table name, this is the table name, correct? How, so exchange rate, exchange underscore rate, so E was caps, R was caps, right? So on exchange underscore rate should be here. So copy this. Okay, go to the Java code. Okay, and go to the data.sql. So exchange rate, yeah, exchange, camel case is there, R caps, right? So we'll have to make sorry, I could not, I think, copy. Let's type this exchange underscore rate. Okay, exchange underscore rate and exchange underscore rate, right? Save this. Okay, once the saved, okay, again restart this 1001, let it and see if any other error are coming. So this is how you have to debug. Okay, so see S2 console get created, now again failed. So the table that are getting created, we are not matching the exact. So if you see here, exchange rate now is fine. Okay, exchange rate from exchange to what is good, what is the error, exchange rate integrity constraint. So annotation ID we have used, right? So this column should have a unique value. So you can go to here 1001, this should be ID 1002 and this should be ID 1003. So I am just giving you by with this error how this can be tackled. Okay, and this is how it works. So if you see after making changes, it has picked up. Okay, and yeah, so let's freshly start, close this. Okay, go here again and let's run the 8001 port only, let it be run. Yeah, so you need, there is no error, so data has got inserted. So if you see here how it has worked, we have used the H2 console. So H2 console got created and database available at this is very important that you need to take care. So after each run this will be created, right? And if you go there, come down ORM version, this object relationship model we are using this JPA Spring Data internally use Hibernate. Okay, and if you go there in a configuration, we have configure show SQL. So whatever the query are preparing through the entity, it's getting created. So see, this is how the table has got created, right? And thereafter the Tomcat started on 8001 port and it's started running. So go to the browser and if you see here, we are running on the port 8001, right? So 8001, Let's run this. So if you see here, currently we have at the service level we have not made any changes. Currently we are not getting the conversion rate, exchange rate from the database, right? We are getting this from the hard coded coding that we have done, right? So if you see here, if you go to the code, let's say I'm making this 74, right? 74, right? It will restart again. Let it be restarted, because we have used the dependency dev tools, so we don't need to restart the server again and again. Whatever the changes you are making, it will pick the changes and it will start compiling those changes only, right? So if you go there and refresh this, still it's 73, because we have done the hard coded. If you go to the controller, okay, if you see here, okay, we have done the hard coded only, right? So this is the value based upon the from and to that we are passing from the UI USD to INR that we want to retrieve from the database, right? So currently we have just configured the JPA Spring Data JPA S2 database, and we are just storing the data into the database. Using the entity, we are creating a table with columns details in a database, and we are inserting some predefined data. So if you want to see the data, how you need to do, copy this, let's say go this here, okay, and here type h2 console, okay. If you type h2 console here, see the error is coming. Why the error is coming? There is mapping error, h2 console. Let me check. Yeah, so see here what the mistake we are doing. h2 console should be in small, h2 hyphen console. Enter this. So this page will get open to log in into this. So driver class gets leave it default JDBC URL. Compare it. What is the JDBC URL the Spring Data JPA has generated? So if you go to the console, so it must be a mention here. What is the Spring Data JPA? So database available at this, right? So copy this from here to copy this. Yeah. So without copy this and mentioning there, you won't be able to log in. I copied this, copy, go to here, and if you try to do the test connection, it will not work, right? So it's JDBC URL that you have to put here, right? And thereafter, if you are doing the test connection, test successful, connect, go there, and if you see the h2 console came and our table currency exchange rate has got created. So by default, if you are clicking this SQL query will be viewing here, and let's execute this query. How will you execute this? Using here run command. Okay, so if you see the 3 rows had got created: exchange rate, exchange from, exchange to, and the port, right? So if the requests are coming, the exchange from and the exchange to INR, this exchange rate will return. So if the conversion the user wants from conversion rate user wants from USD to euro, it will return this. So all these things will return in a bin, and then that bin will be get passed to the user. Got it? Okay, so in the next step we will see how can you retrieve this from the repository. So we'll be creating a JPA repository, and from the JPA repository you will executing the query to get it from the database and storing into the bin. So thanks all. See you in the next step. Bye bye.